All right, good morning and welcome back to Prince's Seed channel. Today still remains the 29th of November 2025, just one day going to the end of this month. If anybody had said that we would have crawled to this time in January to still be on this page of disbursement plea, nobody would ever have to believe that. But you see, today we are still here in hope, full of life, and the purpose of God according to election is still very much alive with us. For years now, we believe that the greatest obstacle that is facing the grant beneficiaries in this nation was the government. In fact, we somehow thought that it was the authorities who kept holding back, slowing down, and also frustrating the hope and dreams of ordinary men and women who only wanted relief in this ecosystem. They wanted a better life. They wanted a better chance for themselves. We pointed fingers upward. We murmured. We waited, and we expected that eventually the government would turn and respond and finally unlock the help that millions have held on to as their last hope. But you see, after listening to, there was the voice note that Reverend Moses gave before the last one. After listening to that voice note and hearing him clearly, I think if we can revert back to that VN, it was clear. There was a shifting of the understanding that we had a narrative, because he hadn't come out to debunk that VN. The truth that a lot of people have long suspected, it began to stand naked before the very eyes. Let's not forget too soon. Perhaps the government was never truly the problem. Let's not walk away from that VN. I believe a lot was found out before he came out to speak on that wise. Yes, the government might not be truly the problem. The real battle has always been within. I think within. The true challenge seems to be the very people who stood between us and this promise. The grant handlers, the stakeholders, the coordinators, the men who were supposed to guide and to defend this journey. They might be the real canker. I'm heading somewhere. See, for how long have we been deceived? For how long have we been blindfolded by the sweet speeches of some of these grant handlers, the foot soldiers, on empty updates? How long did we sit believing that progress was coming tomorrow, coming next week, coming next month, when all along the delay may have been orchestrated by or engineered by those who held power in their hands? So I feel like coming today, the revelation is sounding quite different, because suddenly everything begins to make sense to me. No wonder deceit seems to flow like water in the grant community. No wonder stories kept changing. No wonder dates kept shifting. No wonder every hope kept rising. Before you know it got dashed again, and before you know, people are there waiting endlessly. We are there waiting endlessly. Many handlers had full soldiers that spoke for them, that defended them, that defended their silence, that defended their lives. And if you insult anyone, they pick you up. Anyone who seems to be asking for transparency becomes an enemy. They become an enemy. But now I think currently the mask seems to be coming off. And the question that a lot of people are asking right now that stands before us like a mountain is simple. After that VN and some of the stakeholders came out to explain their status, it appears like they were given some measure of respite. Some measure of respite where they began to relax. And the question we should ask now, after it seems like they are relaxing right now and they are not talking anymore, the sweet speeches are back again. So the question now is, where do we go from here? Do we just fold our arms and continue to wait like helpless children? Do we keep just accepting these excuses while the same time passes and frustration begins to deepen on us? Do we watch quietly as this hope that we believed in is being tested again and again by these same people who swore to deliver blessings, but instead they are delivering confusion, and most importantly, they are delivering silence? No, I don't think we should just fold our arms and watch these people play us like Ludo, like what? A new chapter seems to have been opened. Yes, when we started tweeting then, when we started questioning them, when we started demanding for answers and clarities, their walls began to shake. Their walls began to shake. Our voices, at that time it was collective. I saw that. Our voices forced a lot of people who were hiding. It forced them to step out into the open. That silence that used to surround the ecosystem, that silence at that time, it broke. And before you know, suddenly, information began to filter the ecosystem from left, right, center. Information that had been locked away from the public glare for so long, they began to trickle in. VN started coming in. A lot of people started coming to clarify themselves. People who would never have talked. That tweeting worked. That tweeting worked. That tweeting worked. I repeat again, that tweeting did wonders. You know, when people are confronted with truth, they panic. When truth is thrown before people, the next thing is they revolt, they resist you, panic sets in, and when darkness meets light, shadows have no hiding place. Of course. And that is exactly what we saw then, until it appears like the ecosystem have relapsed again. Relapsed into a state of passivity. It was after our collective voice, when it rose and shook the atmosphere of social media, that some of the handlers finally came out to speak. They wouldn't have spoken. They would have just kept us in the loo. But then they came out. They tried to soften the fire. They tried to distract the crowd with some news stories. They released vital, important news. Not out of goodwill. They did that, possibly out of pressure. They could no longer pretend. That spotlight was too bright for them. They couldn't question that. They came out. They came out. Apostle Ken came out twice in a month. Others began to speak. Donald Obasi Okorie was angry. Because at that point, all he knew was just to hype the community, give sweet quotes, and he saw that something was going. Guys, see, and I think there was a voice note I listened to that time that claimed that the stakeholders who were allegedly standing at the top of the chain have already been credited, have been disbursed to. There was one voice that pervaded the ecosystem then that said the place I registered under, the stakeholders have been paid. And it is the same one that registered where Madam Ngozi were registered. I don't know how many of you can still remember that VN. So they have been paid. Now, if this is true, and I think if that is true, a deeper question is arising. If the stakeholders have been paid, why is the community still in darkness? Why are beneficiaries still waiting? Why is there no movement? Why is there no transparency? Why is there no visible distribution? Why is there no verified announcement? If money has been released, it means that hands are holding what actually belongs to the people. There are hands that are holding that. Something is stopping this final process. Not from above. Not from above, but from within. The enemy within. The enemy within. If resources have reached the stakeholders, then the blockage is not government related. This same blockage is human. From every rumor, there is an iota of truth. If you say that young guy that spoke is telling a lie, from lie, you will see some element of truth. All of this fiasco might not be government related. They are human related. The delay is intentional. It is. That silence that we are hearing, that we are seeing, that we are pervading is not accidental. And this now even brings us to another painful but necessary possibility. Now, could it be that the funds have been diverted, like I said before? Could it be that this same fund has been diverted into private interest? Could it be that what was meant for millions of people was captured by a few individuals who want to regenerate funds, regenerate interest, regenerate money, milk money, or mint money? Yes, mint money for themselves in the shortest possible time. We cannot ignore these questions anymore. We cannot. Reverend Moses, don't let it appear like you are sleeping at this time. Don't let it appear like what people will say that you've compromised, or what people will say that they've paid you. Don't let it sound truth. Let every department of movement in this ecosystem be moving. Let it be breathing. If you relax for these people, I beg your pardon. Don't relax for these people. Oh. Thank God you know this ecosystem so well. Don't relax for this. Don't relax for these people. Let every move be calculated. Let there be movement at each stage. Let there be an activity that is done. Let them be on their toes. Let fire rise. We cannot ignore these questions anymore. Not after all the promises. Not after all the nights that people slept hungry. And they were believing for a new dawn that is going to be close. It's already close. Not after the elderly have waited and it appears like they've waited in vain. The widows are there. The youths are there, dreaming for a better life. See, our hope is so sacred. And anyone who plays with it should answer to justice. Our hope is too sacred to be played or fiddled with. We cannot pretend that all is well. And that is why we don't stop speaking. We don't stop speaking. And we can't grow silent, because new statements are released to calm the atmosphere. They are coming up again. All of these hyping statements just to rabble-rouse your head, to bamboozle you, to brainwash you into believing. And that's what they're going to brainwash you for the next 5 years, 10 years and all that. The same sweet words, hype words. So every department of this grand organ should be breathing. There should be movement. Silence is what allowed this confusion to flourish in the first place. It was that long silence that pervaded the ecosystem. Silence, inactivity, and brainwashing spree. That was what made this confusion to grow to this level. But this time, the people seems to have been awakened. We will tweet. We will continue to ask. We will tweet. We will continue to demand for truth. Because truth is the only path to accountability. I repeat it many times. The only path to account, to draw people to be able to account to what they promise or what they say, is when they're able to tell the truth. And as our voices begin to grow louder, those who are involved in this delay and misrepresentation, they will have no hiding place left. They will have to speak, they will have to explain, they will have to stand before the same community that they have kept in suspense for too long. The world is watching, Nigeria is watching, everyone in the grand ecosystem is watching. Will I still say the international community is not blind? I want to believe their eyes are still on this issue. And this makes those in power, it should make them quick and uncomfortable. That discomfort is necessary. That discomfort for them is necessary. It is the pressure that forces the truth out of them. And so they cannot disburse what they don't have, yes, unless they have held or invested this money somewhere else for their own interest, waiting for a personal benefit. If this is the case, then time is going to expose it. Light would always reveal the truth. Truth would always break it open like a door that was locked under a hammer. Truth will force its way in. So currently the community is awake, but let it not look like there's this moment of passivity. Currently, there is strength in unity. We stand together as one voice. We want clarity. We want honesty. We want action. We want movement at every inch of the way. There should be movement. Not tomorrow, not next month. Now, I mean now. We are not comfortable again with false updates or emotional manipulation. No more hidden decisions behind closed doors. We must face the reality right before us. If this grant really exists, which I believe it does, and if funds have moved, then the world deserves to see evidence. We currently deserve timelines. We deserve transparent process. We deserve to see that the hope that we have carried for these years was not in vain after all. This should be a turning point, a defining moment where history should be written right now. So let those who have delayed and who still continue to delay, let them come out. Let them come forward. They should speak out. They should rise. Justice delay is painful, but justice denied is unacceptable. And all of us who are the subscribers, strong, patient, agile, so resilient, we should keep pushing until transparency becomes a reality, until these excuses give way to action, and until what belongs to the people reaches the people. We shouldn't stop moving. We should move together in united chant. We should demand progress at every move, every phase, not stories. We should demand result, not just sweet speeches. Demand result. The world is watching. We should be awake. And there's no turning back. No turning back. No turning back. No turning back. We are here, right about here. This is Prince's Seat. Yes, always the voice of the masses. And for the masses will stand. Thank you very much. That is my stay. And that is my submission this morning. God bless you and do have a nice day.